Okay, so let's start. So then let's review the last session and then we will go forward to the job analysis. Job analysis. Okay, last week we talked a little about what is the contemporary issues and what is now happening and what is the trend of the HR. Okay, and shortly speaking, okay, traditionally HR has been believed that is a supporting function, okay, and then if you acquiring training and development, if there is anything we can help, okay, so HR usually help the people and the managers to get the right people and to get the something, okay, and then to perform the people to fire people. Okay, that is a traditional point of view of the HR. Okay, good. However, recently, that kind of concept is more evolving or progressing. Okay, HR is not just management or the supporting function anymore, and HR is becoming a strategy partner. We want to be. Even though many people don't want to believe that, however, we want to be, and this is a trend. This is one of the trends. Why this is not working? Hello? Oh, what happens? Yeah, hey, work. No, not work. Give me a second. Why this is not working? Yep. You. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, okay. What can I do? Whatever. Okay. And yeah, we observe that kinds of the trend changes or paradigm changes of the people management or the HR from the case of the Netflix. Okay, Netflix do not have HR department. Almost all the HR supporting functions are outsourced. Okay. However, the Netflix is growing quickly as much as possible, and they transform the 4 times according to the market situation. And Netflix is now thought as one of the biggest innovator in the field of the entertainment. And then they are fundamentally change of the how we manage people without any HR department. How that is possible? And then HR. Please work. No work. How they work? Okay, and then the Netflix proposed that the 7 Netflix cultural value, high performance, freedom, responsibility, context, and not control, and highly aligned and loosely coupled, and pay for the market and the promotion and the development. Okay, and Netflix give a very fundamental DAO. Now, value, judgment, communication, impact, curiosity, innovation, passion, honesty, selflessness. Okay, and then they respect the high performance, and then they always provided the best of the best people. That is the best. That is the best welfare system for the people, and they emphasize. They give more attention and they give more emphasis on the freedom and responsibility, no micromanagement, no HR, no travel policy, no vacation policy, and no direct control over the people's behavior. They guarantee their people's self-directed behavior. They guarantee, they encourage, and they inspire people. Hey, please do your work by yourself. We support. And that is the reason why they don't need a very micromanagement, HR policy, HR something. But however, they make a mistake or they cheat something, what happens? immediately. Okay. Trust is the highest value. And highly loose and goal-oriented, no specific HR department, but HR functions that is performed by manager, not HR. Manager is fully responsible to managing their people. Actually, not. I don't think that is a management. That is working with people. And do you remember? Do you remember the Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs is how he managed people. What he do? Majority of his 60 or the 70 times of the time, he spend his time for what? He develop a new product, and he is engaging in calculating some money. He is conducting the analysis, and he just to think of the big picture and the strategy something. And he meet the big guys like a president or the big something. No, 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 no. What Steve Jobs mainly do at his work? Meet the people. What kinds of people? Person in charge. Why? Because he want to solve the problem with people. Okay? Not much different. Not much different. Okay? Manager is not a controller or the performer or the analyst, not a middle level something. Okay? And they must dedicate in business problem solving with people. With people. Because, yeah, is there anybody who can solve every single business problems by oneself? No. No. Okay. We need to work with people. And then there is a big, great leader. Oh, I'm a big, great manager. So shut up. Okay, so do it. And then, yeah, I'm your boss. Yeah. Command and control. No, not anymore. Because if a manager, okay, unfortunately, why that is not possible, baby? So you can remember my Dr. Jenny Choi. Dr. Jenny Choi's paradigm shift in managing people. CNC to LNL. Okay. So command and control to listen and okay. Command. Because I'm great. And then, yeah, did you get water? Why you don't? Yeah, that's a traditional images of the management, but that's not management. That is control. Well, control is different from the management. Management is not controlling. Management is not commanding. Okay. Management is the process of getting things done effectively and efficiently through money and people. Okay. We want to get things done effectively and efficiently through people, through money. Okay. Good. That's not controlling. That's not commanding. And in a more quickly changing business environment, who knows what will be happening now? Okay. And for example, now, what is happening in the US? The Silicon Valley Bank is bankrupt. What? And then Credit Suisse will be done. And Credit Suisse Hong Kong will die. Shut up. They will shut up their doors in Hong Kong. And what will be happening if the Credit Suisse is bankrupted in Hong Kong? What will be happening on the Bank of China, Bank of China, Bank of China, Bank of Ming? That will not be positive. Who knows what will be happening? Okay. And many things are now changing quickly because everything is connected, everything is changing. And however, do you believe that your CEO or your executive and your finance, your CFO or your boss know the situation better than you? they have an interest of that, and they know that, they sense that. Possibly, highly possibly, they don't know because for example, okay, so 50 years old or 60 years old, they are good at this. They are good at the English word. They can understand what's the situation of that. Unfortunately, not much. Yeah, I'm sorry about how I'm old and I'm over the I'm 50 years, 50, I'm over the 50. Hmm. Yeah, the next, no exact, no, okay, so I'm over 50 years old, okay? So then, I'm sorry, but how the I'm slow. I'm getting slow. I don't know what is happening. And even though for example, the music or something, okay, I cannot catch up the speed. I'm old. Okay, and then your boss must be saying, huh? Old guys, we get slow, and we are indifferent from the speed of the change. Okay, yeah, we are human beings. So that in that situation, do you expect that they're good command and control? What if they make a mistake? Silicon Valley Bank make an impact on the global funding or the global bank system. And then, Credit Suisse will die. And the Credit Suisse in Switzerland die, and that will make a lot of impact on the Hong Kong, and the Hong Kong bank system will make a lot of impact on the Chinese banking system. That is just a small start. That is just a small start. Okay, and then everything is well connected, fully connected. So then next big thing will come in, possibly next week. And next another big thing will come in continually. What if the bank system is collapsing? What is your reaction? And absolutely, I expect the reaction of the bank system will be okay. So we don't need people anymore. So fire them. That I definitely can tell that. Oh yeah, absolutely. There was no exception. And however, they will fire themselves? No, unfortunately. Okay, whatever. Command and control side of the management will not work well because of the speed of change is accelerated. Okay, and the many business industry is totally agile. Okay? That is the reason we need to listen and lead. Before controlling people, we must guide people. We must get help from people. We must work with the people to get things done more better. I think so. Okay. So in order to do that, this is not working. Okay, and then there is a hidden secret or the hidden policy or the hidden philosophy, hidden value of the Netflix. A long story short, why Netflix want to exercise that kind of a strange people management practice and the human resource management practice because they want to solve their problems in the best way. And from the experiences, the Netflix CEO and the founder Hastings, and he experienced a lot of the business fails. And however, he observed why businesses get worse, why businesses get bankrupted, why businesses get failed. And from his many years of the business experiences, he got to know one simple thing: when people get worse, business get worse. And what is the key secret? What is the key competence? What is the key competitive advantage according to Hastings? He definitely needs people. What kinds of people? He defined what kinds of the business talent profile for him. is this. Only fully formed adults. Only fully formed adult work best, not the most intelligent, like a Harvard graduate, MIT graduate, or the Tsinghua University graduate, Beijing University graduate. Unfortunately, the most intelligent people doesn't solve the problem. And then those guys frequently become the troublemakers. I'm sorry, but the same experiences. I had the same experiences. I had a lot of chance to work with the best school graduate at the work. Unfortunately, they are jerks, assholes, troublemakers, self-interest, selfish, energy vampires. I spoiled. They are spoiled. Anyway, so then, yeah, the Hastings also observed that kinds of things. And then he want to get the best people for his business, and then the best people, according to Hastings, Netflix CEO, is only fully formed adult. Okay, and who are the fully formed adult according to Hastings? Okay, externally, internally, the fully formed adult have this kind of the characters. Okay, externally, that's visible, that's observable. Take the full responsibility for their life and they blame nobody, and then the adult take the full responsibility in managing their profession, managing their job, managing their work, managing their life. Okay. However, in the work, anybody bring their family work, and then because my mom is blah blah, and then because my son is getting okay, so they complain, they blame, and they are totally get exhausted at the work. Okay, and then they do nothing at the work, and then they just why? You need to. Why you don't manage your life? Why you don't manage your family? Why you keep failing in managing your personal life and then bring that problem into the work? On the other hand, many times those people usually bring their professional or the work problem into their family. Today I had the bad meeting with my boss, and the boss is teasing me. Boss is totally and then I come to family members in the with the family. Why? Why you do not manage their relations? And anybody complains about their career. Yeah, because the situation is changing, and then somebody, okay, so I got fired because of blah blah blah. And why me? Okay, that's fine. And then somebody promoted because okay, that can happen. That can happen. But however, yeah, before complaining, please try to find a solution and manage it. Okay? Yeah. If there is any in unfair something, okay, we need to manage. If something is wrong, fight. Manage. And then, however, anybody do not confront the problem, and then they just what are you doing? Just try to manage the situation. Okay, and then okay, so that's a problem. So no responsibility, just to blame somebody else. Take your charge. You are the person in charge of your life, your profession, your job. Okay. And then think win-win. Okay, think win-win. Please think winning. Winning myself always. People are good at. Oh, I want to win. But how we can make the others win? You lose, I win. Zero-sum game. No, that we call that as a zero-sum game. If you lose, I gain. That's a zero-sum. No, life is not a zero-sum game. There must be a way. There must be a solution. Okay? I win, you win. You win, I win. Okay? Adult usually do that. But how about the child do that? No. Oh, that's mine. Everything is mine. No. Child. And the disciplined listening again. Listening. Listening. Listen to lead. Listen to understand. Okay? Hearing to respond. Hearing to reply. With the better to listen. Why listen is very important in order to lead? Because leading is usually come from the understanding, deep understanding about the people's problem, about people's preference, about the people's motivation, about the people's situation. Okay, listen to lead throughout understanding. Okay. That is that. And then that's an external something. And then, however, internally, somebody, okay, so we wish Hastings want to have those guys who has a very clear goals, clear vision, mission, and purpose. What is the purpose of your working in Netflix? Just to make money? I'm sorry, that's not enough. If you want to make more money, you'd better to find out a better job. We totally support. This Netflix, this place is not just for money. Okay. What is your goal? What is your purpose in working in Netflix? Okay. And what is the purpose of life for making money? Making money is not a purpose. Making money is the way, is the tool. Okay, supplement. What is your true purpose of life? Why you are living? Okay, and yeah, frequently in management. Okay, so with management consulting. Okay, we start with a very interesting question. In order to develop your life mission, life vision, life purpose. Okay, there's a 6 billion RMB. Okay, 100%. Actually, that was yeah. Usually, this is a homework. However, okay, this is the essay homework. But however, yeah, just to think of this in order to identify your life purpose. Okay, what if you have $1 billion and that's around the 6 billion RMB? Around the 6 billion RMB. Okay, then what will you do? What if you have $1 billion or the 6 billion RMB? What will you do? Condition. Okay, you must use that money by yourself, for yourself. And that must be 100% operational. No donation, no donation. You must use that money by yourself. What will you do if you have that amount of money? Sherry? What if you have, oh yeah, this, imagine. What if I have $1 billion? What if I have a 6 billion RMB? Okay, so let's get positive.
I am asked
Operational, okay, invest. Do you need more? Do you need more money?
I need money to
1 billion, 6 billion RMB. Do you need more money? And how much money do you need to spend every day? You need to spend more than around the 10 million RMB every day. Investment, operational, okay. Well, however, okay, so I want to ask this. how much money do you need to make you happy? How much money? How much money do you need? No investment. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so there is no need for hardware. Yeah. Okay, no investment. Okay, you must consume that. Okay, you must consume that within your life. And then in order to consume that money, that amount of money, oh, yeah, every day you must spend a lot of money. So what will you do if you have that money? No donation, no investment. You don't need. Do you need more money? We have 6 billion RMB. I don't need that. I don't need. No. Please enjoy your life. And yeah, so yeah, a few number of the students say, okay, so I want to go to the PhD. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. 아이가 말해도 okay. So don't do that. Okay. I don't think so. Okay, so that's not necessary. So then what will you do if you have enough money? Travel. And travel around the world. So in order to travel, okay, maybe you need 3 years and you go to every hotels and you will have the best luxury something. And then possibly you may need $10 million. And that will be enough to travel all around the world, totally luxury. Okay, anything else? Travel. Buy some real estate. Okay, so luxury mansions. Okay, and yeah, small islands. Okay, so whatever island and the luxury mansions, luxury house in Shanghai, luxury house in Dubai, luxury house in the Paris, whatever. Okay, and maybe that needs $100 million. That will be enough, and then you can buy. If you have around $10 million, okay, you can buy a nice big castle in Germany. I bet I can connect with you. If you want to buy a castle, a traditional castle in Germany, that's only $10 million. No more than $10 million. Sure, okay. So you can enjoy the princess life at there. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Travel, nation. Okay. Hey, let's enjoy the luxury goods. Luxury goods. Louis Vuitton, Chanel. Louis Vuitton, Chanel. And car. What car do you want to get? Car. Benz. That's cheap. Okay, Benz, no. Maserati, Porsche, Lamborghini. Watch, actually, what kind of watch? Rolex? Watch, Rolex, luxury goods, Rolex. Okay, and then even though, okay, so maybe is that no more than $100 million. Okay. Oh yeah, you can spend almost $10 million almost every day, $100 million almost every day to consume that $1 million every day. Oh, children. No save, operational.
Investment, you invest your
And why do you need investment in children? What investment?
for their education and
Okay, so I will let you have the most educational investment that is around $100 billion. Okay, and then maybe you can go to Harvard. You can send them to the Harvard. Okay, anything else? If they need an education, okay, buy them. Huh? Medical care? Okay, so are you sick something? Do you have any problem?
Just in case.
Oh, sure. Okay, so $10 million, and maybe you can go to the Johns Hopkins Hospital in the Maryland. Okay, whatever. Every year you can go there. Anything else? Oh, oh, sure. Heavy. So, for example, oh, sure. Come on, shopping. Okay, luxury goods, shopping. Well, enjoy anything. Enjoy the performance. Enjoy some art. Okay, so we have $10 million plus whatever they want $100 million. Okay, so let's see. So far, this is okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then no matter what, okay, so no more than $600 billion. 6%. No more than 60. And you still have 94% of the money. Okay. Then what will they do? No donation. No invest. If you want to invest if we want to invest in your children, okay, $100 million. Go to Harvard. Whatever. But still, okay, you have 9,992,996 $1 billion. No, something, okay, so more than, okay. Open. Why? Oh, why? Oh, you want to
Save the world.
save the world? Okay. Oh, now let's get better. Save the world. Create robot. Why? What is the purpose of the developing AI or the what? Make more money or to work better? What is the meaning of the word work better? Better work.
Because we start families.
Why? Why do you want to help others? Make money. Okay. High reputation. Okay, so you can buy that kind of thing. So okay, reputation is fine. Okay, and how much money do you need? Maybe $1,000 million. Fine, you can invest that. Alright, now the things are getting from the material something to value. Okay, I want to help the people better. I want to help the world. I want to make the world accessible. This is becoming the value, fundamental value. That is becoming your purpose. Okay. And then, is there anybody? Oh, I want to conquer the world. If I have enough money, don't do that. But fortunately, from my experiences and many guys, many human beings, by nature, they want to help others if they do not have a limitation of constraint of the resources. That's our human nature, I think. Okay, and that is becoming our fundamental value, purpose. Okay, so just keep that, think of that. Okay, please try to develop your purpose of life. Okay, that will help because that will help you to align your life. And even though we do not have $1 billion, however, though maybe we have $1,000. Okay, maybe we can invest the travel. We don't need to go to the every somewhere. We don't need to go to the Florida Disneyland. However, we can go to Shanghai Disneyland. And if you want to go to travel somewhere in spring, maybe you can go to the small island in Dongto Beach in Wenzhou. Dongto Beach, nice. Why not? Okay. And then if you want to enjoy the luxury goods, maybe you can save your money and you can invest something. Even though I cannot buy that the Mercedes Benz or Maserati something, but however, I'm happy with my bike because I can travel. Okay, and then you can add the medical care. Okay, so please exercise. Exercise. run. That will help you. And eat the better food. Okay. And what else? Okay. If you want to invest in your children's education, okay, teach them. Teach them. You can be the best. Or bring them to the best teacher. It's okay. Yeah, I like that. And why you do that? Because you want to serve for people. Purpose. Okay. So then have a clear value and the priorities and the goals internally. Okay. And then not only tolerating these differences, but also the respect the varied opinions and the perspectives and the experiences. And then anybody respect. Okay, anybody talks. Okay, anybody is insisting. They are respecting the diversity. And then I support that the politically correct is something. So then I support that the black woman's mermaid and whatever. Okay. Anyway, that's a superficial difference. That's a superficial. Okay. Superficial diversity can be easily respected and considered. But however, I don't want to say about it the superficial something. But however, I am asking about it. Fundamental what the deep level difference, deep level diversity. For example, when you have to choose somebody, go to the higher position or hire somebody, okay, because you are a woman. Anybody has a bias because you are a woman, and somebody because you have a disability, because you are not somebody, you are not American, you are not white, you are not black, because you are Chinese, because you are Korean, because you are something, because you have a totally different opinion from me, because you have a totally different religion, because you come from the communistic something, and because you believe in the Catholic, because you believe in something. Eh? And then unconsciously, we bias, we discriminate. We discriminate that kinds of the invisible stuffs. A visible stuff, visible things, the color, skin of color or something, or something that's fun. Or the invisible things or different ideas, different opinions. What will happen if in the business meeting, and then and the manager is want to go there. Hey, manager and the leader, the great leader. Hey, we must go there. And however, what if you think if we go there, we are totally get screwed. I have a totally different opinion, and we must go there. Okay, and then in that case, you raise a hand, you apply, you keep the obligation to dissent the rule. Okay, boss. If we go there, everybody will die. We should go there. And what will happen? Manager will shut up. And everybody will go there and except the manager. Okay, so manager, boss, usually intolerate to the different value, different goals, different perspectives, and different ideas, and different mentality. Not visible. Okay? It's better to respect the others' opinion, mentality, different ideas, something. They think so, okay? And have multidimensionally, okay, absolutely. Everything is complex. So then we do better to respect, we do better to accept. But many times, that's not easy. Okay, so this is a hidden value, hidden philosophy, hidden belief of the Netflix CEO's hate. So then he always hire here. He hire, reward, and tolerate only fully formed adults. No child. Even though somebody graduate Harvard MBA, if they make this, they do not follow this. If they are child, they always look for their best interest, not the others. Think win lose, okay? And then if they do not listen to people and that they want to be the boss or they want to rule over everything, and then they are getting more negative and the sarcastic to the everything. They do not cooperate with the people because everybody they are the okay, and they do not take a responsibility. Then immediately nobody wants to work with those assholes. Even though he will make the best performance, that is not for the Netflix. Okay. And who defined that? Everybody. And then maybe you've heard of this. This is HR. This is HR practice. And here is a worker. Okay, here is a worker. And okay, so now who evaluate, who assess the performance of the individual? Many times you think boss. Both evaluate somebody, and then that is a performance. That is a performance appraisal. Okay, appraisal. Traditionally, there was a thought like this, but no, no. We abandoned that more than 20 years ago, around 30 years ago. No, both evaluate somebody. Here, evaluate somebody. Okay. And subordinate. Evaluate somebody. So then, from top, here, bottom, somebody will be evaluated. We call this is 360-degree feedback, 360-degree assessment, 360 performance appraisal. Who evaluates somebody? Everybody. Who work with that guy? Not because that the boss happy with somebody, but however, if the peers are not happy, if the subordinate complain about the manager or about him, no. Okay, we call this is 360 feedback. And then even though there is no the documented or well organized, well structured something, no, everybody. Our boss is totally happy. He wants to advocate to somebody about the peer and the subordinate. I will not work with her. I will not work with him. I will not work with him because he is totally. Then, that's how we manage people recently. Not top down, no. No. And that is the reason why a lot of people do this kind of jerk work. And that's one of the kick, that's one of the jerk. Okay? Hits up, hits up, and he hurts. About I know that's really popular all around the world. That's our human nature. But nowadays, human resource management or people management is now changing because we want to dedicated in business problem solving. Business problem solving. Okay, so I have no energy, I have no money, I have no time, I have no something motivation to work with child. The business is not a child care center. I'm sorry. We need to call, we need to work. We want to solve our business problems. We are not a child care center. Business is not an education. I'm sorry. Okay? If you need more education, go to the college, go to the school. If you need more caring, please go to the kindergarten, not the business. Okay, that's that. Okay, so recently the human resource management and the people management is now going to this direction because that everything is getting more complex, everything is getting more complicated, everything is getting more changing in every moment. Child, please go to the kindergarten first. If you need education, please go to college, not university. Okay, good. Anyway, what is wrong? Then we told that, and we tapped a few number of the business problem tools, especially in the human resource management tools, define the problem, and then we tap that. Okay. So then we talk a little about the legal issues of the human resource management because we are not independent, we are dealing with people. Okay, and then many things we are totally subjected to the law. Okay, to protect people. The purpose of we take care of the legal issues or the law is we want to protect people, not teasing, not intimidating, not gaslighting, not harming, or not managing or not controlling the people. No, okay, we want to protect people. That is the original purpose of we take care of the law. Okay, and we have the non-discrimination law, but however, I don't know much about it, the Chinese policy, but however, I believe you have almost say, because this is our fundamental beliefs. Okay, non-discrimination policy, non-discrimination, and we saw this, okay? This is a racial discrimination, unconscious, okay? That make us some trouble. Okay, and then this is our belief. Okay, so one day, live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the contents of their character. Character. And then, yeah, usually we call this. I'm using that. However, that's what? I don't know. Character. Yeah, I wish. I believe so too. Okay. Someday, okay, gradually the people could be, I hope that the good people can be judged by their character, not by their another something, not because of the woman, not because of gender, not because of not because of the national origin, ethnic origin, age, disability, religion, genetic information, or the sexual orientation, veterans, whatever. Okay, and the job relatedness is matter, and the equal employee opportunities matter. Okay, so we have a few number of the law histories in the U.S. Then we have a Civil Rights Act, something, and the Code of Acts. And yeah, this is the college. The King University has this kind of the rules, fundamental rules, Code of Ethics, and the Clowley Audit, and the Clowley Act, and what the SEPA, the Employee Protection Act, and the cyberbullying, hazing, hate crime. No. If you can see these kind of things, please archive it, report it immediately. Okay? What? Oh? Huh? What? Oh. Women.
Married women without children, when they are looking for jobs, they are known as discriminated because they make it's a
Yeah.
Yeah, they get the job and then they get.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is normally in China, now I see the solution for that is company just yeah, just to avoid the kind of situation. Actually, I forgot what is the where
Okay. Exactly. So that's our next topic. Okay. So okay, good. Okay. So then, okay. Long story short, we will see that, and then we will go forward for that. Okay. Absolutely. Yep. Then sure. Oh, we are now heading to that direction exactly. Let's see this. This is not happening.
For joining me now to discuss the gender pay gap in China is Jen.
Yep. Give me a second. Ooh, where is that? Where is that? Where are you? See? Yeah.
For joining me now.
Okay. That's it.
To discuss the gender pay gap in China is Yan Liao. She's an associate professor of economics at Liverpool University in Oregon. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Rochelle.
So give us some background. Just how did China's gender pay gap develop to this point as the country opens up?
So under the socialism regime, especially in the Mao regime, we often heard that proclamation that women hold up half the sky, and also in the 90s when China really needs to develop its economy, women are encouraged to enter the job market, to participate at the market. But I think at this point, we're still looking at about 23% of the gender wage gap, which is at par with countries like UK and United States, which is also better than the global average of about 64%. So in that regard, I think China is doing relatively well, but there's still a long way to go. Especially we have seen a widening in the gender wage gap in the recent years. So I think, like in the introductory section, China needs to work on its legislation, its enforcement of these legislations in order to protect gender equal pay.
Now, as you mentioned, it has been widening. Do you expect that trend to continue? And what's driving that widening?
I think keeping all else constant, it is possible that the trend is going to be widening. I think that has a lot to do with technological advancements. So women oftentimes are, socialized into this perception that a lot of the high-tech, high-intensity jobs are not feminine jobs. For example, less than 20% of the workforce in the AI and big data industries are occupied by women. So some of these jobs are high paid, but they're also, technological intensive. They're also very high demanding in terms of their work schedule. And so I think a lot of times women are, hesitant to enter these industries. We're also talking about, in some of the high-tech industries, people are talking about 996 work schedule, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., working 6 days a week. And a lot of times I think women, because they're taking on more traditional roles of householding, caring for children, they're forced out of these kinds of jobs.
Now, I do want to get to this issue of changing the mindset. What is the biggest challenge in changing some of these social norms and stereotypes that employers have about women in the workforce?
So I think there is really widespreading, I would say, these kind of social norms. As some of the women and girls growing up, they are educated in a way that, they shouldn't be too assertive, they shouldn't be too aggressive, they shouldn't be choosing some of the STEM work and so on and so forth. And then once they enter the career, a lot of times they have to take time off to take care of their families. According to a recent survey, 37% of the respondents of women said, they have to take time off of the family in order to take care of take time off work in order to take care of their family. You also see this from, statistics. At the very beginning of their career, women often see only a 10% gender wage gap. But 15 years into the career, by they hit this mid-career age, women was far behind. Their gender wage gap reached about 40% than their male counterparts.
Now, to this point though, most people aren't going around telling other people how much they earn. So how should women go about finding out if they are being underpaid for the same job as their male counterparts?
Right. I think the wage secrecy is a lot higher in a country like the United States than in China. I think, as a matter of fact, in China, informally or formally, people often talk about wages. So I think that pay, transparency is relatively higher in China. That said, I do think that, a lot of times, there is outright discrimination at workplace. Women are told for a variety of reasons that they're getting less pay, even though they're performing the same type of jobs.
And just quickly, before that, interestingly, China leads the list of self-made female billionaires. How do you account for that, especially given the wage gap?
I think, one of the biggest reasons for that, I think, is simply because, China makes a lot of billionaires. According to the last year's report, China is home for 338 billionaires. Which is about 12% of the world total. So I think the reason that China has so many self-made female billionaires is simply because China is making a lot of billionaires. And also, if you look at the average wealth, the richest 50 women's average wealth is only 1/3 of their male counterpart. So I think even though it deserves celebration that we have so many female self-made billionaires, I don't think it's indicative of any sort of gender equality.
All right, thank you so much for your insight. Yen Young there, Associate Professor of Economics at Villanette University.
Of any sort of gender equality.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this issue. Okay, and unfortunately, I'm a man, so maybe I cannot 100% compassionate with a woman's problem. But however, I try. And when I was at the University of Illinois, and I wanted to join the class of the gender equality class, feminism class, and then, however, I didn't, because I was an engineer and I was raised in the non-woman environment. I was a mechanical engineer. At the mechanical engineering, out of the 1,000 mechanical engineering students, zero woman students. And in my graduate school, in my graduate school of the College of Engineering, okay, no woman. And when I was working at the company and in our department, the R&D, okay, 100% engineers, no woman. I was working for more than 37 years in that environment. I had no chance. So then, and when I was in the university, that is the reason why I want to learn about the feminism theories and the woman issues or the gender issues, something. Okay, so because I needed to understand, because I had no understanding about it. Okay, and however, I applied for the class, and then however, I was not accepted. And then, at the first day of the class, I went to the class. Hello, I want to join you. Oh, everybody woman. Okay, and I was only one male who has no background of the woman studies, something, and then I was an engineer, and then, everybody looked, who are you? And then, I was totally stranger. Anyway, so then, fortunately, at that time, my teacher, Vanessa, the black woman, Professor Vanessa, and he gave me a permission. Okay, you can audit, but however, you cannot take this course. And I fight. What are you talking about? I want to join. I want to complete this course, and then. Possibly I was the only one at the class, the woman, the man, something. And because I was interested in that, and because I wrote a few number of articles about the gender differences in terms of the people, in terms of the human resources. And for example, I wrote an article about the woman entrepreneurship education in college in the US. And from my findings, I found out a very interesting thing. Okay, while males usually go to the four-year college, majority of the male college students go to the four-year college. Okay, in the US, and however, the majority of the women students go to the two-year college. Why? And then, however, the number is almost same. However, the male students go to the four-year college of the entrepreneurship education, while the women students go to the two-year college to start their business something. There must be a very clear gender gap in education, and that usually drives to the differences of the entrepreneurship or business start. Okay, so then, however, when I observe that the overall numbers of something, there's something strange. Anyway, so that I wanted to understand why this kind of things is happening. Anyway, so I come to that class, and I got a lot of the bad word from the woman students. I didn't make it. I had no woman in my college. In my environment, there was no woman. I had no chance. Anyway, I learned a lot. I tried. I still give a lot of attention to that. But however, yeah, I'm curious. And then, yeah, but unfortunately, because I'm not a woman, I do not understand 100%. But however, let's try to keep talking. And she said, University of Oregon, the far west somewhere. And she said about it, there is a systematic gender discrimination in China. She said, but however, not only in China, all around the world. And technically speaking, from my understanding, Chinese gender equality is not bad. You are almost in the middle or middle high in terms of the gender equality. Okay, and the lowest part usually the Middle East countries like Saudi Arabia, Yemen, or the United Arab, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan is the worst. Okay, so then that's the problem. And Japan is far behind of the China, and Korea is behind of the China in terms of the gender equality. Okay, and however, we have US is not better than China. Even though US make a law, the legislation, something they always talk about a gender equality, blah 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 blah. However, practically, reality, same or whatever. Okay, and many socialistic countries have a better gender equality issue, gender equality level or something. Maybe you can study about that. Okay, go to the AI and go to something in macro level. Okay, that is true. Anyway, so then, okay, so still, there is gender discrimination. I'm sorry. Okay. And then you know that is really hot topic for many years. That is a really hot topic because that's important. And why that is important in business? Because that we need more good people. Simple. Okay. Why business is taking care of the gender equality and the gender something? Because we need more good people. And recently we know, okay, do you know that in the US and in in the US, okay, and China is almost same. More than 60% of the business students, business graduates are women, not men. Oh, really? Women are totally outnumbered than men in business education. Not okay. So you see this class, how many men, how many women we have. And in our WKU, okay, so that's the thing. So then, if you want to look for the more good business talent, we the better to choose. And if there is a same conditions, okay, so woman must be the outnumbers in the something in the business talent pipeline. But in reality, no. Okay, why? Why business do not choose a woman as a talent, business pipeline, business talent pipeline? Oh, okay. So then in order to understand, okay, maybe we do better to apply this. We do better. Yeah. Business problem solvers. Business consultant. We always start with the 2x2 matrix. Yeah, this is our way of. If we want to think of more business way, okay, start with the 2x2 matrix. That will help. Okay. So this can be the gender discrimination. Okay, I think that there is a gender discrimination, systematic gender discrimination, and then people know that gender discrimination. People know, and that is intentionally, purposefully done. Okay, and however, many people do not aware they are applying the discrimination on the different gender unconsciously. Many things are done by consciously, many things are done by unconscious. Okay, so we will see. And then anybody understand the rules or the written laws or something. And in your constitutional law, in your law, okay, when you try to find out that the gender issue, okay, so absolutely in the law, especially in the constitutional law, okay, you should not discriminate the people according to their sex, gender, or the age, or the education, or the different ethnicity. That is written in the constitutional law. Okay, sure. Then that means we must comply that. We must keep that. Okay. So then that is a rule issue. That is a law issue. Okay. That's if there is any problem of something, we can. If there is a violation of something, okay, we can sue and we can report. So that's manageable. That's manageable. Okay. That kinds of things is okay, manageable. And that is not written, that is the norm something, okay? And however they know. Like you mentioned, okay? Business do not choose women if they have any chance to choose. Okay? They know. They intentionally do not choose a woman because of the several reasons. Okay? Because that's a norm. Non-legislative, non, okay? However, we can make a rules. We need to speak up. We need to make a voice, okay? And then like her, okay? So we need to speak up, okay? Because that is not a law, and because we need to make a we must make a noise, we must make a voice, and we need to do something. However, okay, this part, we take action. This part, okay? Don't worry. Yeah, I will join you. I love to do that. Okay? So, okay. However, the problem is occurring here. People unconsciously violate this rule. Many people, okay? That is a discrimination. Gender discrimination, especially for the wage gap. And then wage gap is a violation of the law. But however, the many businesses, they think that is not a violation. Why? Because they never get punished by the society. And then they naturally, unconsciously, this is a problem of acceptance of the society. Okay? That is the reason why you are not happy. Okay? It's okay. We can do something. It's okay. We can make a voice. But however, okay. So that because we cannot manage this situation, that is the reason why a lot of the women, a lot of people are unhappy. because you cannot manage this situation. You cannot fight against with this unconscious violation of the law. Even worse, okay? This is totally blind. Why women feel uncomfortable? Why women feel unhappy? Why women feel the totally discriminated? Why women feel that's totally unfair? Why women feel something strange? Why women feel not because of this, not because of these, and moreover, unconscious, unwritten rules. And then possibly you can understand that it's a culture, something, or the norm, something, but that's totally unwritten. For example, this housework, child care. Who are responsible in a family? Who are responsible? Who must be take a responsibility of the child care? Who must take care of their child? Or who must take care of the house cleaning, housework? Huh? Who says? Is it written? And according to the constitutional law, according to the rule, there should be no gender discrimination, that gender difference. However, generally, many people naturally accept innately of that. However, that's fair. And even though women take care of the child, and even though they take care of the house, and they got paid, and they got value they got the recognition, they got the appreciation, they got the money, they got money for that kinds of work. Why not? Why not? Because that's nothing. The work value is low. Oh, anybody thinks so? Oh, how about that's written? No. And then somebody urge that? Somebody violate? Somebody regulate that? No. So why do that? People are just doing this behavior unconsciously because that is not a law issue. That is not something. This is a fundamental assumption. What if that assumption is wrong? Huh? What if that assumption is wrong? And there are a lot of the fundamental assumptions. Okay, for example, why we have the kinds of the violation of this discrimination something, we may have a lot of assumptions. And we call that is a bias. And unconsciously do something. And now, we'd better to think of this. We are not fighting against, we are not controlling visible things. We may fight against with this. Okay? How to fight? Make a voice. Try to challenge, obligation to this end. And everybody, yeah, anybody will be unhappy, okay? But however, we must to get the right. That's the right thing. Okay, so there, absolutely, we need to reduce this. Because this is how we manage. Okay, and many don't talk about this gender discrimination issue and the discrimination issues, and they complain a lot about it, they don't do anything. However, we have a very clear solution. We should, if there is any chance, document all discussion, reports. Don't be afraid. We must make a program. We call this is a program. If there's something wrong, figure it out. Control, not control, but manage. Okay? We need to listen. And don't fight against with the direct results. Okay, you cannot win over this. However, there's a big gap. But however, we know because our enemy is this. Our enemy is this. Unconsciously, we are now fight. Maybe the biggest enemy to that kinds of the things is the humans' bias and the heuristics. We are not fighting against it. Women, many of the feminists, they make a mistake of something. They try to fight against with the men because they hate them. Actually, that is a misunderstanding about a feminism theory. Feminism theory is to support all human beings. Feminism is not advocating the woman itself. No, that's another gender discrimination. No. Maybe you can go to the feminism theory and then you can find out, okay, so feminism is supporting all human rights and the human dignity, supporting, advocating throughout helping the people, throughout helping the women better. Okay, good. And that does not mean the women should discriminate the man. Please don't hate the man. Okay, and the women need to fight against with the unconsciously unwritten human bias and the heuristics. And then, okay, so when you make a big voice, and who is your biggest enemy? The man? No, your mom, your older ladies. Many times. Yeah, when you make a voice, and who is the biggest enemy? Who really crash you down? The males? No. We don't know anything about it. However, many old ladies, they follow the woman. Yeah, women should be obedient to the authority. Now, shut up. Yeah, your woman must do this. Women should follow this. Who do that? Your mom or your old ladies. Because so please think of who you are fighting against with. You are not fighting against with the people. You are not fighting against with the men. Okay? We are fighting against with human bias and heuristics. Okay? We really better to define our enemy first. Well, okay? Then we work together. We work together. So that's now we are talking. And however, unfortunately, US. But however, there are a lot of the different variations of the feminism, something or the radical. There are radical feminism. There is a cultural feminism. There is a socialistic feminism. There are a lot of different feminism. But however, personally, I think we need to fight against with this our true enemy, not just by gender. Okay. Good. So then.
All those things it's no weird. What are the assumptions? Example, the history of already waiting some. So maybe in the past.
So
it is true. Maybe in the past, some women they did not work. They are not actively doing this kind of jobs. So,
absolutely. No, actually, they come from somewhere. We can identify that. They come from somewhere. Okay? Exactly. For example, during the World War II, who produced the weapons and who produced the tank, who produced the many things? And during the World War II, women usually produce tons of thousands of weapons and something, almost everything we need. Because there were at that time, no young man was in the operation. So the woman worked a lot during the World War I, World War II. However, we ignore that. We erase that history intentionally. Really? Who made the weapons? Who made a lot? Who produced the necessary things during the World War I, World War II? Why the males are totally killing? We kill each other at the battlefield. Woman participated in the business or in production and just 30 years ago or 40 years ago. No. Throughout our history, woman is one of the biggest production power source. We ignore that. Okay. However, there is a lot of cultural things. There are a lot of things. Okay, and possibly we can identify that kinds of things as B. As a cultural DNA. We call that is a cultural DNA. And then you know that we have a DNA. We call that is a gene. Okay, so biological and the physical gene is one thing. However, according to the Richard Dawkins, okay, humans has a cultural gene, cultural DNA, and then he defined that as a mean. Okay, that is not written, and that is not that is not written. No, that is visible. Though that is not visible. Okay. However, that is transferred from human mind to human mind. Okay. So we have that kinds of strange cultural DNA. Man, high, woman, low. Woman's work is totally trivial and no value, while men must go to higher something. They must rule over something. We have that kinds of the cultural DNA for around that. Give me a second. That's around 2,000 years. No more than 2,000. 2,000 years. Around 25,000 years. I don't know, 2,500 years, 2,500 years. And remember, before the history, okay, the woman and the man has a totally the up and down. No. Before the history, women usually have a more power in the family, in the group of people. Okay, so then there is a lot of the history. There are a lot of the historical monumental historic something. We respect the woman more. Before the 2,500 years ago, we respect the woman, something lady. We respect more. We respect more maternity. Okay. However, gradually, around the 2,500 years ago, human history is somewhat differentiated and evolved in a certain different way. And the more power and the more domination, something is getting more important. Since then, from the history, okay, and then our human society is getting more valued of fighting, killing, war, something. Okay, so that is the reason why the woman's value is getting more degraded. Okay? And still that's going on, but however, nowadays that's now changing. That's now changing because we have a new technology. Artificial intelligence. Who is better than using the artificial intelligence, male or female? Who is better than in talking? Who is better than in communication? Who is better than in questioning? Who is better than the kinds of language? Something? It depends. However, there is no high man, low woman. Okay, it depends. Every individual must be equal. Equality is getting more important in recent years. I do not say the women are better than no. Equal. Because traditionally man has a more muscle power and we can no, not that word anymore. Okay, so that is the reason why we need to value the equality and more why we need to value for the justice. Okay, and not because of the woman. Okay, so not because of men. We don't have a right to get more privilege. And we should not get a disadvantage either. Okay? When we have a systematic or the unconscious, unwritten, the blind need, the bias or the disadvantages, we are unhappy. Unhappy people will want to work? No. Absolutely no. Same. If females, if a certain specific gender get disadvantaged and get unhappy, they want to work for something? I don't think so. That's the reason I want to make a justice move. We need more problem solvers. And then I think that there is no gender differences in terms of the business problem solving because we have a technology now. And if there is anybody who can help me to solve my problem, I will. I need something. I need somebody. Regardless of the gender, regardless of the LGBTQ, regardless of the age, regardless of the height or large, small, or regardless of the ethnicity, regardless of something. No, I just need a talent who can solve my business problem. However, there is a unwritten rules. We'd better to get rid of. We'd better to reduce it. We cannot get rid of the problem. We'd better to reduce it because we want to make people more feel to work. Unhappy people do not work. Simple. That's my finding. Okay, so that's it. And any question? And okay, so let's have a short break. Okay. Sure. Okay, so yeah, maybe absolutely. I want to introduce this because recently I am working on these together with a few number of the students. Maybe that will be fun. This is one of the most quickly growing business as well. Okay.
Well, about the lack of mentorship and guidance. Organization Baker knows all too well about the lack of mentorship and guidance that women receive as they advance in their careers, especially in industries.
Okay, yeah, this is the program name of the chief. Okay, and for okay, and chief is business. This is some non-profit organization, whatever. Okay, and the chief, the purpose of the chief is to provide the network, social network for executives, women. Okay, women managers, women hiring to somebody, and the women new business guy, new business startups, and somebody. Okay, so that's just for the social professional social networking service for business women. Okay, that is based in the New York City. Okay, and that was started just a few years ago, and however now they have more than 10 million people. And we will see.
Organization Baker knows all too well about the lack of mentorship and guidance that women receive as they advance in their careers, especially in industries dominated by men. So she decided to do something about it. Now her company is redefining the future of women in the workforce.
Changemakers, brought to you by Adapt Community Network, empowering people through innovative solutions one person at a time. We change.
Lindsay Kaplan and Carolyn Childers met in 2018 at what Lindsay calls a really bad women's networking event.
I think you know the one, warm glasses of wine, still conversation, really ugly, poorly placed name tag.
They quickly became friends, bonding over their shared experiences and struggles as women executives, including how they were always getting asked to provide support and mentorship, but lacked a support system for themselves. Lonely at the top is certainly not just a cute phrase.
No, it gets lonely at the top, and it gets lonelier a lot faster when you're a woman and you look around the boardroom and you are one of very few women or people of color sitting at the table.
So along with Carolyn, Lindsay co-founded Chief, a private membership network focused on connecting and supporting women executive leaders through workshops, peer support groups, and insightful guest speakers like Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo and former First Lady Michelle Obama. And unlike most companies, going virtual during the pandemic was a good thing.
Yes, Zoom, we're all getting a little sick of it, but the ability for us to skip the commute, to be accessible, to know that we can create actual equity because people don't have to get on a train, leave their kids behind to have these meetings, allowed us to really flourish. We saw demand go up. We saw engagement, attendance, and everything we do go up.
In just a few short years, Chief has gone national, welcoming in 10,000 members with another 60,000 on their wait list. And instead of looking back, Chief is looking forward, rebranding Women's History Month as Women's Future Month, a campaign that includes its first ever TV commercial and a full-page ad in the New York Times with a phone number that people can call to share their visions of a future led by women.
Our goal, and I think we're on our way, is to build the most powerful network of the most powerful women. And that doesn't necessarily mean we have to be the biggest. It means we are looking for women who are open to making sure that as they join Chief, that they're leaving the door open, that they are extending their power to make sure that we are building that table so that the next generation can be even larger when they join us.
All right, well, to learn more about Lindsay and everything Chief has to offer, you can visit our website, pix11.com. If you have a change maker in your community, reach out to me on social media at Tamsin Fidel. Well, then I say,
Sure. Okay, so yeah, that is that. Okay, that's working, not working. Okay, so see, and that's totally new movement or activity, or I want to call that is somewhat social enterprise and non-profit or somewhat commercial enterprise as well. So anyway, that is a business, that is enterprise, okay? And second.
it is universally accepted true.
Oh.
Well, then I change maker now. With another 60.
Okay. Okay, so that is business side, and that's a social network service. Social network service, okay? And that social network service is targeted to a certain specific population, businesswoman. Okay, and because they kept the need, they kept the need, the customer need of the women. In the business, they usually have less network chance. And they, even though they want to learn something, and this is related with that the development, the career development, and the learning and development, training and development, career planning, and we will talk about it in the afternoon. But however, this is totally related with the employee training and development. Unfortunately, in business world, because that the women are less the minority, so then when we design a training and development program, especially for the career planning development, we have no reason to design that kinds of things only for women. Okay, so unconsciously, that is another unconscious. Okay, unconsciously, those kind of training and development program, that kind of the development planning is designed for majority male. This is not aware. Unconsciously, that is here. Okay, by nature. Okay, so naturally, the woman population is naturally discriminated by those kind of training and development chances. Okay, I'm sorry, but however, that is that. Oh, we are now fighting against that. So there. So the two founders, they want to tap that. They want to tap that, and that they want to make a gender-sensitive training program, gender-sensitive activity. We call that as a gender-sensitive activities, gender-sensitive initiative. Okay, gender-sensitive. Okay. So then we consider that kinds of the need, and then they organize that the professional social network service. Okay, throughout the internet, throughout the mobile, throughout the something, okay. And then they try to connect with the business women, Okay, and sometimes they brought that the highly influential women and who made a great success, like a PepsiCo CEO, or another the woman leaders, and they are listening to them, they are learning from them. Okay, and there is no limit. However, the moreover, okay, so they want to get this kind of mentorship. Okay, mentorship. Okay, so if something you need from people, you cannot easily find out somebody within your organization. But however, you need somebody who is helping you within the organization. Good, but even though there is nobody within the organization, maybe outside of the organization, fine. Okay, physically help. Okay, however, many times mental. Okay. Your mental health, mental support is very important. When you get depressed, when you get demotivated, when you lose your purpose, when you get mentally something, okay, you are totally exhausted. Within the organization, maybe you cannot find out somebody who can help you because not everybody is man and the CEO. Or what if you have somebody who listens to you outside of the organization? You help. Or however, is it easy to find out those kind of people? Not easy. So then, this service, when you get enrolled, this cheap, okay, you will try to find out somebody who can help you. Or in case, if there is anybody who needs your help, you can help you. You can help them. Okay, mentorship training program, and the coaching. If you need some professional learning something from a customized service, coaching service you can get. And the learning, absolutely, you can learn many things from people. Okay, and yeah, maybe I will have a chance to talk about it. Oh. Workplace learning occurs. We have this 10%, 20%, and the 70%. Okay, so learning occurs like this. 10% of learning come from class, like this. Okay. However, so 20% of learning come from people. Absolutely, majority of the work, yeah, okay, so that kind of things from the work. Okay, good. However, do you have this in your organization, in your company? Do you have this? Do you learn work from people? Do you learn from something important from your boss, from your manager, from your peer, from your somebody? But however, so that is missing. So then, absolutely, this kind of the external social, professional social network service can help you to learn you need. Okay, good. And absolutely, there is a chance of the development of your things, and then you will have a better career planning. So those kind of things can be done within this network. Okay? And actually, they do not talk a lot about it. Yeah, because of the feminism, something. No. They never talk about this. Is a business. This is business. And they do not fight. They fight against with the male. No, they do not fight. However, they are tapping. They are reducing the blind spot of the unknown somewhere. Okay, and then they just tap. They enlarge. So then, absolutely, if possible, okay, I want to introduce this kind of things in the Wenzhou. Okay, and then there is OK Center and One Heart. I'm introducing, and a few number of the students are now trying to make this kind of the professional network for the Wenzhou woman, business woman. We hope. Okay, but okay, I don't know what would be happening. But however, absolutely, we want to do something that kinds of things. Okay, that's related with the learning and development soon. Okay, anyway, good. And we are heading to the practical HR practices and HR topics. Is it working? Not working? What happens? What? Why do you do not work? If you do not work, I will kill you. Yep. No. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. That's working now. Okay, so we start with the job analysis and the talent management process. Okay, job analysis. And the managing people that has the 5 major functions. Okay, acquiring is one thing, training and development, and the appraising and the compensation, reward, and exit something, whatever. So then, first step is acquiring people. Acquire. How we can get the best people? How we can get the best people? Okay, then we will talk about this. This is a problem nowadays, and hire the best people. Then, who is the best people? Where is the fully formed adult? And who is the best person for my job? But the problem is, job is changing every moment. And now, who will be the best talent soon? Who can use the artificial intelligence best? Oh, no, because many things are now changing every day. Every day, okay, so we will have a co-pilot, artificial intelligence, we have a ChatGPT 4.0, but however, soon we will have a ChatGPT 5.0, and that is integrated with the pictures, videos, and something. And soon we will have a more, almost every day we got a new artificial intelligence work, new artificial intelligence tools. Okay, good. And soon, definitely, in order to catch up the speed of the business changes, who will be the best talent now? I'd better to look for the person who can use the artificial intelligence to address my problem. Okay, we are business professionals. We business professionals want to business problems. If there is anybody who can solve my business problems, I will hire anybody. What is our business problem? I want to increase revenue. I want to decrease cost. That's all. If there is anybody who can solve my problem to increase my revenue, to decrease my cost, anybody. I don't care about your major. I don't care about your gender. I don't care about their ethnicity. I don't care about their skin color. I don't care about you can speak something. Don't care. Please help me out to solve my business problem. Then we have a very strong tool, artificial intelligence. Then if there is anybody who can use those tools to solve my problem, definitely I will pay for my money. I will pay for the high sell. I will hire them. Okay. Today's best worker will be the worst worker tomorrow. Oh yeah, we are now living in that world. The best banker today will be the worst banker tomorrow. The worst manufacturing engineer today will be the worst manufacturing engineer tomorrow. The best computer science engineer today will be the worst engineer tomorrow. It's not happening. It's not happening. So who is the best person? We don't know. It depends. It depends. Everything is changing. Okay? And possibly, and maybe we can see this example. And I exemplified at the bench, but however, you have a better example of this. You have a better example of this. Where? Error. This video isn't available anymore. Really? Something wrong. I have something in here. Phase 1, phase 2. Okay, so. This is a gigafactory in Shanghai, and a few number of our WKU graduate is now working at there. Oh, really? So I know the Maggie, and Maggie is now working at the Tesla around right now. That's 3 years. So she's working at there, and a few number of our WKU graduate are working. They can speak English. So. Here and sure. And give me a second. Update this. No. Okay, so that is the case of the gigafactory in Shanghai. And then now, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So who is the best people for the gigafactory Shanghai? Now, so you see the situation of the gigafactory Shanghai. Okay. So the who will be the best person for this gigafactory situation? What kinds of people we need? Labor worker? Yes. We need a labor worker. And what engineer? What kinds of engineer? Chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, electric engineer? Huh? Mechanical? Okay, so who are they? Who are they? Engineer who? We have a few number of the different engineering the disciplines. Okay, I was a mechanical engineer. However, do you know that do you think that I can deal with that painting? No. Okay. And then electric engineer, electronic engineer, chemical engineer, biology engineer. What kinds of engineer do we need? And what kinds of the skills do we need? Those kind of people. And however, nowadays, gigafactory is now changing every moment. Okay. And sooner or later, you know that Tesla is now developing one of the most powerful artificial intelligence. They do. Tesla is one of the most powerful artificial intelligence developer because they make a lot of the unmanned vehicles, Tesla software. Actually, the Elon Musk is a computer scientist, not a mechanical engineer. And they are now transforming the cars into the electronic device and more like a mobile phone, electronic device. That's the business of the Tesla. So in that situation, what kinds of people we need? And how we can get that? Okay. Wow. Do you know that what is now happening Tesla? Tesla Gigafactory in California is and however, yeah, Tesla, the next CEO of the Tesla will come from Shanghai factory. We are now talking a lot about that because Elon Musk is totally risky. He's totally risky now, and the board members is thinking, not fire, but however, the board members at the Tesla, they want to step down the Elon Musk in order to avoid the risk. Okay, get down the Tesla, and then they want to appoint the Shanghai factory, the chief to the Tesla CEO soon. Because for many years, Shanghai Gigafactory produced at the best of the quality, best of the business in Shanghai, in China. Okay, why they could do that? Comparing with the Gigafactory, let's compare with the Shanghai factory and the Gigafactory in California. Okay, and technically speaking, okay, California factory may have a better advanced technology itself. Okay, they are almost fully automated. They are almost fully something. Okay, network something. They apply at the tons of thousands of advanced technology, but they are not good at the best quality because human hand. Okay, if robot broken, okay, we have a lot of tools. We have a lot of this kind of the production lines, tools, conveyor belt, and then a lot of the problems happening. In this line, absolutely. So, how many machines we have? Many. Okay, and do you think that every machines work every time well? No. Every time we got tons of thousand problems. Then who can solve that kind of problem? People. Okay. Unfortunately, in California, in the US, if you want to hire the people who can fix that kind of a complex problems, you need to pay around $3 million per person. Okay? They must pay that the healthcare, they must pay that the salary, they must pay for the tax, they must pay for tens of thousands of costs. The Tesla can make business with those high labor costs of something? Not easy. And even worse, in the US, how many good engineers they can find to solve that kind of problem? And do you think the American engineers want to work like that? No. So then, where can we find the best people for that? That was the reason why Tesla chose Shanghai, not isolated area. Okay, and then in China, the engineers want to work in Wenzhou, or they want to work in Shanghai. That is exactly the reason why Tesla choose the Shanghai, even though that is quite expensive, even though there is a lot of disadvantage in terms of the business workforce. But however, Tesla choose the location near to Shanghai in order to attract the best people who can solve that kind of problem. What kinds of people they want? Problem solvers. Not just the mechanical, not just the electronic engineer, not just the business major, not just the software somebody, but however, they always look for the best problem solver. A business problem solver, technical problem solver. That's it. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. And those who graduate MIT and those engineering graduates can solve everything of that kinds of problem. Who major the mechanical engineering, they can solve the mechanical problem. And the electronic engineers, they can solve that the robot problem. Who can solve that kinds of problem? We don't need to define the discipline. No, any engineering major, even though if somebody do not have any engineering college degree, if somebody can perform that work. That's real business. Okay, so that is a situation. Okay, traditionally we think we want to hire the best people, but unfortunately recently, because of the job or business is changing moment by moment, almost impossible to define who is the best talent. Today's best talent will be the worst talent. So then, this is a situation. We want to find out the best people. Now, then there must be the best person who can help me today. But what if our business is changing? The person will be fit? No. So this is a problem of fit. Okay, a long story short, no matter what, we want to find, we want to get, and we want to make people long, we want to make the people fit. This is a problem of fit. In order to grow, in order to fit something, learning and change. So recently, who is the best talent for us? Who is the best learner? The best learner is our best talent. Recently, we think so. We HR guys, HR people, strategy HR, okay? We think the best people, best talent for our current business environment is who is the best learner, who can learn and change and fit with our business. I don't care about your major, I don't care about your the engineering something, I don't know. Okay. So in order to design the job, in order to identify the job, okay, so then we usually conduct a job analysis. At least we must know that what kinds of job we need to fill and what is happening at the job. And then we can try to find out the person who can fit with that job, or we can design the training. Okay, so this is this is the introduction of the job analysis, okay? So job analysis is to define this. What is job? What kinds of job we need? Okay. So, okay. So we need to know ourselves what kinds of job need to fill, like by people. Okay, the job. In order to understand what kinds of job we have, we need to know ourselves. In order to know ourselves, we need to conduct the job analysis. That's the first step to acquire the best talent. However, always the people and the HR, they just post a job, okay? And we want to get the best people. Who is the best people for you? Okay, so we are now think of this. Okay, so what kinds of job are you looking for? This or this? And where are you? We conduct a job analysis in order to identify what kinds of job we have. Yeah, that is the job analysis. Okay, so we will see more detail. Sure. Okay, so sure. Okay. In order to search for and get the best people for a certain task, okay, and rather than just people, we need to know that who we are, what kinds of job we have to fill in, and what is the job, and then we need to conduct a job analysis, and then this is the processes of the job analysis. Decide how to use the information, job analysis information, and review the background information, organize chart, process chart, workflow chart, and select the representative position, choose the target sample, and analyze the job, and write a preliminary job description and the job specification, and verify the job analysis, so on. Okay, so why we need this job, and why we need this kind of, and ask the current workers and the supervisors, please listen to people. And the job description and the job specification should be written by you. Conform job description and the job specification. Okay, to know what kinds of job we need. So long story short, this is the input, this is the output from the job analysis. Job analysis, okay? Throughout the job analysis, okay, so we must be able to produce job description, okay? The job description must be clearly indicated what kinds of role, what kinds of duty, what kinds of tasks, what kinds of the responsibility must be done by a person in charge. If there is a person, what is their charge? That's the job description. Okay. And the banker, what kinds of banker? Investment banker, what kinds of investment banker? What is your job? Okay. And then there is a job specification and the expected behavior of the trait. And what is your performance expectation? Okay. And then there is a performance objective like a KPI. What kinds of the specific KPI must be done? And increase at the turnover rate and the decrease at the turnover rate, or the increase at the 30% of the sales, or the decrease at the market awareness, and then conducting the research assistant to something, and then producing the documentations for around at the 1 million something. We need to have this, okay? We need to have this. This is defining, this is the definition of our job. Okay, this is the definition of our job. Then we need to search for anybody who can do this. Who can do this. Okay. Unfortunately, many organizations just looking for the people who look smart. Who graduated the Beijing University, who graduated Tsinghua University, and who graduated the Harvard, who completed the master's in the somewhere. Okay, and he looks smart, and okay, let's bring him there. Do something. What? Don't do that. First, define your job. Define your job. According to the definition of your job, you can find out the person. You can find out the talent. You can find out the competency. You can find out the knowledge. You can find out anybody. Regardless of the gender, regardless of the age, regardless of, okay, please define the job. And then if you can predict, if you can anticipate it, this job is expanding something, is changing something, okay, that is plus. But at least what job you have. Okay, in order to define your job, okay, we conduct a job analysis, okay? In order to conduct a job analysis, we need an input. Yeah, without any input, can we produce any output? No, it's impossible. So then we must have an input, and the most necessary inputs for the job analysis to define your job is this. And maybe you can see that all this information come from machine or come from people. This information, for example, interview with that current worker, interview with that incumbent engineer, questionnaire, survey, observation, and the participant diary or log or journal writing, and the quantitative job analysis, and the input of the data, and the electronic job analysis, okay? And this kind of senses come from machines, secondary data, or the directly come from people. Primary data, secondary data. Maybe you learn about that. Primary data, secondary data. Primary data, secondary data. Primary data usually come from people directly. Okay, and the secondary data is somebody made that already and somewhere else. Okay, however, unfortunately, HR, especially for the job analysis, this kind of data all come from people. So that in order to get this kind of the most valuable data, we must but unfortunately, any HR, that is a big problem. If manager do not listen from people, no data, no data, no data, no job analysis, no job analysis, no person. Really? How you can define the best person? Okay. Job analysis is one of the most important process in acquiring people. We are talking about it, acquiring people. We want to get the best people, okay? So that in order to get the best people, we must know that what kinds of job we have. In order to get to know that, to define what kinds of job we have, we must have an input of these, okay? And they are come from people. But HR, they usually never listen to the manager. And the HR usually ignore the manager's voice too. And the one day manager, okay, oh, you got a new guy. Huh? Do I need him? Do I need her? I'm ready. I'm not ready. That happens a lot. Okay, whatever. So then, okay, there is a structure of the knowing, but however, I don't want to have in more detail. Okay, and you already know this. And I talked about that. What is knowing? Okay, so data, fact, phenomena, occurring, whatever, something is happening in the real world, and that is converted to the data, quantitative data, qualitative data, and then must convert into the information. And the information must be converted into the knowledge. And knowledge is not enough. We must have system. And this is called knowing something. Okay, however, this is knowing is one thing, wisdom is another thing. And on the top, there must be awakening. I have no idea. I'm not this. I have no idea. If I know this, okay, so maybe I'm a Buddha, I'm a Jesus, I'm a Confucius. I must go to the mountains. Okay. However, okay, this is knowing. Okay. This is the creation of our knowing. This is a process of our knowing. From this fact, data, information, we convert those kind of inputs into knowledge and wisdom to get the best people. Okay, good. And then computer-based approach, talent management, something, and then this is the drivers to the computer-based approach. Simple, because that the job is changing every moment. We want to get the most good person, best person according to the changes of the job. Okay, and then in order to do that, okay, so we do not define the qualification itself. Like you must have a college degree, you must have a 2-year master's degree of the mechanical engineering. No, we cannot define that kinds of things because that does not guarantee that the job performance. But we want to define skills, knowledge, ability, attitude, and we define that as a competency. Okay, capability, competency. So then I don't care about your major. I don't care about your discipline. I don't care about the master's, PhD. I don't care about you come from the Harvard or the MIT. But I want to see team or multi-job. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we want to have. Then it has. We call this is meta skills. Meta skills. Okay, fundamental skills. Think critical thinking. Make a good social relations and the human, okay, whatever. Okay, and there is a foundational skills, foundational competencies, personal competencies, social competencies, personal and something, and areas of specific specialties or the expertise in a certain specific field. Okay, and the role, intelligence, and so on. So then, okay, there are a lot of something. However, maybe we better to understand them more simply. Okay, what kinds of the skills we look for? We are looking for the technical skill, social skill, and conceptual skill. Technical skill, okay. So, and however, this kind of things is changing over your career. So when you get hired, when you are the new hire, when you want to get a good job at the first, okay, as an entry level somebody, you must show that you are good at a certain specific technical skills. You look smart in the technical problem solving, like electronic engineering, or you look smart in accounting, you look smart in HR, you look smart in finance, you look smart in the banking, you look smart in the MIS, and the employers will hire based on your aptitude, technical skills, okay? Because they cannot judge who are you. You are good at the people interaction, and you have a good social problem solving, or the business problem solving, or the directing or leading. We don't know. But however, we know it's technical skill. So then, entry-level managers or the entry-level employees, okay? So they usually have more technical skills. Okay, good. And however, when you're becoming a middle-level manager after 5 years later, 4 or 5 years later, the social skills is getting more important. Technical skills you do. However, social skills are much more important because middle-level managers must bridge between the top and subordinate. You should manage the subordinate, and you should manage the subordinate, and also you should manage your boss. You should manage your CEO. And then anybody misunderstands the CEO manage the middle-level managers. But on the other hand, middle-level managers, you must teach the CEO, you must manage the CEO as well. Sure, okay. And when you become a top decision maker, when you become an executive, when you become a CEO, when you become a top decision maker, do you need to perform the technical skills? Do you need to care about your relationship with others? Everybody will respect you. So then you don't need to take care of the social relations, something. Okay? That's not your job. What's the top CEOs or what's the executives and the decision makers work? Leading. Please lead us to the better world. Where is the better world? Where should we go? Direction, goal, target, and then how we can get things done effectively. What is the right thing to do? And what is the right way to do? Define conceptual skills is necessary. Okay? So then technical skills, technical base HR service and skill development, profit centers, and social skill leading change is something in the conceptual skills strategy, goal setting, employee engagement, ethics, value, philosophy, purpose. So, like this kind of skills, and then maybe we can understand it as a competency as well. Competency is changing over your season, job or career season, okay? And plus, that require the technical skill, social skill, conceptual skill is changing according to business situation. And however, fortunately, technical skills is changing over time, changing according to your business situation. However, social skills, conceptual skills does not change over time. Fortunately, okay? Fortunately, these human skills, social skills, human relations, conceptual skills, strategic development, or whatever, critical thinking, okay? That does not change according to the business environmental change or the business job changes, technological advancement. Because this is fundamental human. This can change. This is fundamental. And then recently we are much more giving more attention to the meta skills. Meta skills is more fundamental human skill set. Okay, so I want to say this. It's changing. Aptitude, human capability, or the human capital, okay, that can be changed, especially for the technical skills. Okay, working knowledge is changing. Technical skills changing. However, this does not change. This is your choice. This is our fundamental foundational skills. Aptitude. Higher for aptitude, higher for attitude. Higher for aptitude, because we hire a person for a certain job because they look like good at that job in terms of the technical skills. However, why we lay off a lot of people, why we get out, why we just fire a lot of people, because of their attitude, social skills, conceptual skills. That's a new approach of that's a start of the new approaches of the HRM. Okay. And the talent management is the goal-oriented and the integrated process of planning, recruiting, developing, managing, and compensating employees. Okay, 5 sections, something, whatever. And a long story short, the strategy okay. Talent management is the trend of the strategy management integration in the HR, in the human resource management. A long story short, we don't care about the individual characters. We just care about your talent. If you are a talent who can perform this job, we hire, we use, and we work together. Regardless of the gender, regardless of the cultural background, regardless of anything. But if you can perform this work, okay. We need your competence. We want to create our competitive advantage, to win without fighting. Please be our talent to achieve our strategic goals. That's the talent management approach. And the HR scorecard is HR system centered. And then we have this the balance something. Okay, and then maybe you can see that. And however, nowadays, talent management is looking for the best talent. And then there is a talent potential, there is a long-term performance something, and then according to the talent categories, okay, maybe, possibly, anybody is looking for these. We define they are the high potential, who has a big potential, who prove themselves they are performing good, okay? And then there is a prime talent, the rising talent, the value talent, the versatile talent, the expert. Okay, so then, however, personally, I disagree with that. I disagree. Talent management, especially for the talent degree, I disagree with that because at the high potential, okay, and many times high potential program, hypo, we call that is a hypo. And this is popular in European culture, European companies. Okay. And possibly you can see this video and you will see. Is it working? Nope.
Top performers are capable of exceptional things, and that goes for the workplace and business as well. So in this module, we're going to look at what the research says about top performers and how you can manage them so that you can retain and leverage their exceptional skills. So this exceptional research that involved over 630,000 performance assessments shows that if you look at performance, for example, on the y-axis, most people would expect that performance is more like a normal distribution curve. That is, people tend to fall in the middle and on the side in a predictable manner. But in reality, what the research shows is that actual performance tends to follow this Powerball type distribution, which shows you that at the very top end of performance, this group of people tends to dramatically outperform even the second tier players or candidates. So for you, that means that there is a real difference between top performers and those that are not top performers. Second, top performers have a different situation in the labor market, and they require a different management approach. For one, top performers tend to have lots of opportunities, so money isn't always their sole motivator. Second, there's consistently recruitment targets by savvy recruiters and even just by people in their networks who know that they're really good at what they do. So this management approach that you can take is to try to engage them in a different way. And that is through developmental opportunities. That's how you want to cultivate engagement from top performers. Here are 4 types of opportunities you might try to give them. You might try to expand their professional network by doing something like connecting them with a mentor. You might give them more challenging assignments. You might expect them to learn aggressively by going to conferences, taking challenging courses, or expecting them to learn and apply new technologies. And sometimes a more formal arrangement is necessary, like developing a specific and custom career plan for them that has known milestones and action points so that they can expect that if they achieve these milestones, they will progress in their career. So in summary, research shows that top performers far outperform everybody else, and it's critical to try to retain and leverage that exceptional performance potential. They typically have many career opportunities and require a specialized management approach. The best way to get engagement from top performers is to identify developmental opportunities for them. Some of these developmental opportunities might be things like mentorship, challenges, learning opportunities, and customized career planning.
Okay, so that is that
approach. So that's a more formal arrangement.
Okay, so that is the reason why that many, especially for the many European companies, they love to exercise at the high potential program. No, that's not working. Okay. However, high potential program is summarized that aim to replace the baby boomers workforce with a young and talented workforce. They need to quickly exchange replace the retired people quickly and provide the fast track career opportunities, especially for the management position, and apply it in a lot of large organizations such global companies in order to keep the best talent for performance. Okay, so I agree. But however, the high potential program may have a pitfall or have a disadvantage or problem. Okay, high potential program will motivate others who did not choose as a high potential. How many people can be the high potential? Very few number. Okay, and outside of the high potential, they have a better chance to compete with those? No. And who choose the high potential? How we can choose that those high potential? And those high potential chosen people are graduate the best college. If you didn't graduate the Beijing University, Tsinghua University, or the Harvard something, okay, you have no chance to become a high potential. Okay, and developing well-situated workforce, high potential work almost everywhere in the world? No, it depends on the situation. Developing all-level employees, that's not okay, and guaranteeing the long-term success. What if high potential was developed in organization and they can leave another company, another concern? Okay, so there is a true and there is an advantage and there is a disadvantage. High potential program is well known for the European companies. However, there is another way. There is another way of the American style something and another style of the human resource development. Okay, so then I'd better to stop here and then let's have a lunch break, and then we will keep talking about it, how we can develop people. Okay, that is related with this. Okay, so high potential. So that's it. So far, any question? So far, okay. So we talked about it, the acquiring, how we can get the best people. In order to do that, we must define the job first, and then we find out those people. Okay. And to define that, we need the input. We need to produce that the job definition, and then we are now start talking about it, how we can develop those kind of people. Okay, good. That's it, and then I will see you 1-5. Okay, good. Thank you.